What's up, everybody in hostile music TV land? This is your boy, Mr. Tim Swain, holding it down at this interview deal, LBJ Student Center. Just a shout out to ACC. That's where I work, do student programs and activities. Also a poet, a writer, and a jack of many trades, maybe a master of none, who knows, but just trying to make it happen. On campus. Well, came here back in '04, and some of the things that I wanted to do originally was just use the art form that God had given me, which is the gift of writing, and use the vehicle called the Hip Hop Congress to do that. Got an ability to interact with so many different people from so many different places, develop some different programs, one of which was a program called Congress Kids, where we actually got an opportunity to travel to different elementary schools and do a presentation about gangs, drugs, bullying, and violence, and just give students a different perspective on hip-hop, as well as some of these things they may encounter as they transition to middle school, and give them some resourceful tools that they can use as they make their transition. Also, just doing what I can to mentor people here and there, programs and so on and so forth. Just share the knowledge that I have with other people and hopefully help them accomplish some of the goals that they want to accomplish. I think that anytime a person graduates school, first and foremost, they need to take a step back and they kind of recognize that it's time to appreciate where they've been. A lot of times we have this notion of the real world as if college is the fake world, but I happen to believe that college is just a microcosm of reality, or in essence, it's just a smaller version of what exists in a larger context that we call the real world. And I think that our responsibility as college graduates is to go out and share the information that we have and be viable entities within a community, such as if we're working on a job, be the best servants on that job we can be, whether it be a taxi driver, whether it be a CEO, eventually you may move up to that point, whether it be, recreation, sports management manager, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, we recognize that we take the institutionalized training that we have received to go out and make a difference in the community and help some people along the way to get to where we are. And when we see people that are in those positions where we were, we need to recognize that it's important to help them get to where we know that they can be, and ultimately just make it happen in any way that we can. The book is entitled "The Bird Outside Your Window," and it's actually a book that was started off as a poem that I had wrote about 4 years ago now. And the basic story, I would compare it to a tale of the ugly duckling, and what it involves basically is a bird who goes out into the forest and he's seeing all these other animals that don't look like him. And so it causes him to kind of look at himself and kind of think about what he is, and he doesn't like himself. Then he has an encounter with someone, and he goes through this long story about what it means to be himself and how he should appreciate himself. And in the end, it's a tale about appreciating yourself the way God created you to be. And it's a picture book, and so the audience will be younger kids. But it's not only for kids; it's actually a book that transcends generations, because it has a fundamental message about appreciating yourself for who you are and realizing that God created you for a specific purpose. And because he created you for that specific purpose, you have something to do here on this earth. And it's something that really kind of transcends, as I said, generations, transcends education lines, and really just hopefully speaks to the hearts of people and getting them to recognize who they are the way God created them to be. You should give back. And you know what? There's a song by an artist called The Truth, and he said that a lot of people are searching for their purpose. They wonder why God put them here on the earth is. And he said that, and that's what he really says, earth is, because it has to rhyme. And what he said was, what's your greatest frustration? What drives you off the wall? Because your greatest frustration is probably a problem that God put you here to solve. And so a lot of times we should look at the things that really cause something on the inside of us to get upset, to get mad, to get aggravated. And whatever that passion is, whatever that desire is, whatever that burden is, we should find a platform to exercise that, whether it be helping kids, whether it be helping the elderly, whether it be being an artist and helping other artists get to a place where they can recognize that they are a valuable resource within any kind of community. And so if you're looking for the best way to give back, look for that thing inside of you that makes you passionate, and help other people find that same passion, whatever it is in them. This is Mr. Tim Swain, and you're watching HostileMusicTV.com.